Welcome to Thinking Without Borders. And again, this is Hans. 2 weeks ago, I had a good fortune of taking part in an event that was held by Katleen Felix, which was a teleconference towards investment in Haiti. I thought was a very, very good event. We wanted to not only follow up with Katleen to get an idea of what Katleen Felix thought herself of the event, and in furtherance of that event, what happens next. So we wanted to discuss that with her, and also try to get her to express her vision about the efforts that she's putting out in trying to get Haitians not only to think about investment, but also to facilitate the possibility of getting funding for the event that one thinks about. Again, for those of you that have been listening to Thinking Without Borders, we are now coming back. We had a website that was in French, which was Pensées Sans Frontières. We're doing thinkingwithoutborders.org, and you should be paying attention and probably looking for it in the next, I would say in the next week or so, in constructing it and expressing and continue to express the vision that we share. So without any further ado, I want to go to Katleen Felix and see exactly what she thinks about not only the event, and as I said, but where does she go from now? What has been her vision? What is her vision? Where is she going with us in this process? So let's move to Katleen and see what she has to say about all of this. And good afternoon, Katleen.
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm good, thanks. Well, we wanted to talk about the teleconference that was done last week, and wanted to keep people abreast of the things. Wanted to keep them abreast of the things that are also going to happen next month. So the first question I would ask is, how did you find the teleconference that was a tri-country, which covered Haiti, the United States, and Canada, where you are now? So what was it successful for you, and what were the markers of success as far as you're concerned?
Well, for me, the markers of success was the participations in each country, in each cities actually. So we had Miami, Boston, Montreal, New York, and Port-au-Prince. Total 150 participants. So I thought it was a good turnout. The quality of the exchange also I found was very, very interesting. Like the exchanges were very interesting. We had a very good participation from Haiti. I think Haiti recognized, like the community leaders in Haiti recognized that they have to have a better dialogue with the diaspora. And so that was very interesting also to see their participation and their comments. And also, I think we also have interesting avenue of intervention going forward. The diaspora wants to be more engaged. They're asking for the leadership of the government. I think the CFI, the Center for Facilitation of Investments, seems to be willing to take that role, at least for the investment part. So that's going to be very interesting to see how it's going to line up. We're going to have discussion with them next week. So in a nutshell, I think it was a successful event. I think we need more of those, and also with other communities. I think with Atlanta, bless you. I think with Atlanta, Chicago, and also the people in France. If I do another video conference, I think I'm going to try to link the French diaspora to that dialogue because they have also a lot going on with the host country, especially in France. There's been action to try to get the diaspora involved in economic development. So I think it will be worth to hear what they have to say and how we can line up with what they do already.
Well, give people an idea of the CFI, because most people that are familiar with it know it, but most people that are listening probably don't have any idea what the CFI is.
Yeah. So CFI is the Center of Facilitation of Investment, I would say. That's the pure translation, Centre de Facilitation des Investissements.
That's correct.
This center has been created, I think, 3 years ago, but don't take me on this. A few years ago, to facilitate investment in Haiti. You know that it takes a long time to register in Haiti. Going toward the different administration is very complicated in Haiti when you want to start a business or when you are doing business and you want to get some paperwork done. So their role is to facilitate and also to showcase opportunities for investors, investment opportunities. So they are the body in the government that take that role, and that's what they do now. For the diaspora, for example, they've been saying that they would help with the legalization of many of organizations of the diaspora that works in Haiti that don't have yet their paperwork done. So they're gonna take that responsibility to help them go through this. I know that many that were in Haiti went to see them, and they already have appointment to do that. They also, if you have issues like legal issues or you're looking for some kind of expertise, they're able to refer you to people. So that's their role in a nutshell. The new leadership, Andy Georges René, is from the diaspora. He's Haitian, but he was in the diaspora for a while and came back. He has a legal background, but seems to be very savvy of what's going on. He got some questions about the lands, the property rights and the lands, and he was able to answer them. I thought, he would have asked for a delay, but he said, no, I'm going to take that question right away. So he seems to be very on top of his different issues that's going on, if it's les douanes, the customs or the land situation, and also even issues with some proper businesses that's going on from the diaspora. CIMAC and has some legislation going on with the issues going on with their partner in investment that they're having in Sainte Thérèse in the mining, and he was well aware about it. So I think that was really good news. He was very on top of all the files that he has to deal with.
Good. What would you say is the level of engagement within that process? How did you assess that?
The level of engagement of the diaspora?
Yeah, the participants overall.
For the video conference overall.
Yes, that's correct.
I think it's our second video conference. A lot of people who were there at the first video conference, and I think there's many things going on in the diaspora, and people that didn't come. I think they probably didn't understand, how deep we're going to go, like in terms of the discussion on the engagement in diaspora in terms of investments. But I received a lot of calls and email afterward, people asking me for the slides and if the recording was going to be available, and it will. We're going to have the video available. We need to get it edited, but it will be available online. So I think the people that were there were very engaged and very interested to move forward and to get to another level. They do need leadership, though. I have to say that, there's many initiatives going on, but we need to see some leadership, whether it's from the state of Haiti, like the government, or some kind of a umbrella organization in the U.S. and Canada would take that role, but I think it will be more likely if the government is ready to take that role, we'll be able to align more faster. I think that's my assessment. I don't know if that answers your question.
It does in part, but it certainly does. At least it gets people at least thinking about things. You had a special invitee within the conference, and I thought that was pretty interesting, what I call the Mexican experience.
Yes.
Would you care to share what he has gone through and the successes and the sort of shortcomings that he had to go through before he got to the successes that he has now attained?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the Zacatecas experience is a very interesting experience. I've been following them since the beginning, since they start doing this experience with their hometown associations in California, and try to engage with their government in matching. So they started with a 1-for-1. So the government would put one, and the migrant organization, which is the Zacatecas Federation, would put one. And they try to select social projects and productive projects too, but they started with social projects in their region, which is Zacatecas, which is a very particular region from Mexico, where there's a lot of migrants that migrate to California. So there's a big corridor going on of remittances, and they wanted to make a difference in terms of economic development of Zacatecas. So they approached the government to say, okay, we wanted to do social projects, we want to do infrastructure and water projects and helping the schools. You have funding to do such a thing in our area. We would like to match with you, so this way we do more. And the government agreed to do a 1-for-1, and eventually the municipal and the federal, municipal, and state all agreed that it was a good idea to match. So they end up doing $3 for $1 of a migrant for projects, and they have different bodies that are in charge of regulating and approving projects and make sure that everything is transparent, that there's no fraud, etc. So that's what he was presenting. We think that such a model is replicable for the Haitian context, maybe not at this point to do a 3-for-1, but at least a 1-for-1. And we know that for sure there's some funding for private-public partnership available at the state level to work with the diaspora. So that's why we presented that model, and see if we could eventually work with the Ministère de l'Économie et du Commerce, Économie et des Finances, to get it to start such a program. So we already did that presentation to the state. The Colegio de Mexico in Zacatecas went to Haiti already, and now the last step was to see if the diaspora would be interested in such a thing. And the reception, I don't know if you have the same reading where you were in New York, but in Montreal, I know that it was very positive. People were very intrigued by that and would like to move forward in such a model. So we're probably going to try to do a pilot by 2014.
Awesome. No, people were very excited overall, and I think also with these particularities, they were very, very taken by them, and it does open up opportunities for them as well. That's no question about it. Is there a body in place to oversee the execution of these potential projects, or do you foresee one?
Okay, so we have some work to do on our side, right, in the side of the diaspora. I think there are entities that could take such a role, like the Hometown Association Resource Group could take a role of coordination into this. We could work with the CFI. We have to see what would be the best way, but I think at some point we'll have to elect representatives of different associations to monitor the whole thing, and to make sure that it's transparent, and that we have the proper reporting, and that we follow the projects, and we make sure that the funding that we have put out there is really assigned to the projects. For the Zacatecas experience, it started with only one umbrella organization of hometown associations, that's the equivalent of the resource group, and then they added, while they were articulating the program, they added some entities that would be regulating and also doing consultancy for some projects, so commercialization, business plan, etc. So those were added as they go, as the program grows. So I think we don't need to right away have all those infrastructure. We need to know that going forward we might have to put them in place, but we can do baby steps with the pilot, and the pilot doesn't need that much to start. It's just to start that relationship with the government and the hometown associations to make sure that we can carry one or two projects together and then document it and see what is it that it needs to make it happen in Haiti.
There's no question about it. I think success breeds more success, and the reverse is virtually the same.
Well, we have to wish ourselves, only the best, and I think it's possible. I'm an eternal, optimistic, I have to say, but I do think it seems that now in this period of time, with all the diaspora events that's going on, all the activities, October 20th coming, November 1st and 2nd at Columbia, those are a sign for me that we might be able to align, if we do things correctly, at least for the investment side. I don't know for the advocacy side, for, other roles that the diaspora could play, but for my side, for me, I promote investments for, migrant investments for economic development. For those, I think we'll be able to align something by the end of December. Just coming up, we have also, I received an email from Edwin Parizon, December 5th and 6th. They have an event in DR.
Hold on one second. Your phone is breaking a little bit. Go ahead. If you could repeat.
Yeah, so I was saying that in December 5th and 6th, we're going to have an event in Dominican Republic to address some issues. Obviously, there are human rights issues, but the fact that the diaspora is kind of, mobilizing at different level, at different times this fall, means that they're really trying to strategize to take action for 2014. And we are in a very interesting place now, and it's we'll see how the leadership of the diaspora is going to align. I think we have to set aside our animosity of any issues that we have, and for the common good to try to line up and see how we can take action and stop talking just for talking. And for us, we're going to line up to do a pilot, and that's what we're working on.
Yeah, it certainly is a real task.
Yeah.
My last question really deals with the upcoming event that you have. You have an upcoming event that takes place in November. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's not my event directly. I was invited by Columbia University and the National Association of Haitian Professionals to help shape this program. It's the annual event of the National Association of Haitian Professionals. The Hurt Institute wanted to also host something on Haiti, and this workshop, this 2 days workshop, is really to look at models, methods, and mechanisms for diaspora engagement. So we're going to look at what's going on around the world. So we have Ireland, we have Armenia, the Jewish community. We have the Philippines, people from Philippines who are going to come and share, and also, of course, the Mexican, the Zacatecas, are coming. So they're going to come and share their what they have done with their diaspora, how they were able to align and start having common goals and common actions to get results and measure their success. But we're really going to look at it with the lens of what are the models, what are the methods, and what are the mechanisms. And on the second day, we're going to have a workshop, and we're going to bring those what we have learned to our context and see what can we do in the Haitian context to make it work. So that's really the idea of this 2 days conference. So I really invite everybody to join this. If you really want to get to get involved and engage at different level, it could be maybe you're not interested in investment, but you're interested in volunteer or bring your technical expertise into the scene and transfer knowledge. It could be that you want to do advocacy. All those will be debated through this program, and the experts on that. If there's people in advocacy that are interested, they should be there, because there's going to be people that's going to show how how they did it with their own community. So it's very it's going to be a very interesting activity.
Well, that's awesome. I don't know if you have a closing statement that you want to make, but I think we covered a good amount of stuff in that 30 minutes, pretty much.
Well, thank you so much. I think I think we have a good momentum, and I call everybody to get involved, and if they want to make a change, the change has to come from us, not from anyone else. So even though we're seeking, expertise from other countries, it has to come from us. Nobody's going to come to save us. It's Haitian with Haitians going to make it happen. So I really hope that I'll see you all at the future events, the upcoming events in November 1st and 2nd. I also will be there at the Dr. Payan event on the 20th, October 20th. I'll pass by. So hopefully we'll get things done.
Oh, hopefully we will. And I guess we have to sort of, like you've been doing, which we have to plot a course. It's got to be well concerted with efforts of many thinking people, and then hopefully we keep, like you said, keep personal things and personal differences aside, and we move forward towards eventual successes and repeated successes. So, Katleen, it was a pleasure again we had with us, Katleen Felix, who continues to sort of do everything she can to see successes, not only in Haiti, but also in the diaspora. So, many thank yous for your efforts.
Well, thank you for the time and for your participation. And I hope to see you soon in New York.
Definitely. So we'll see you on the 20th.
Yes. All right. Good. Take care.
Well, you were listening to Katleen Felix, who has, again, wants you and has invited you to get acclimated to the project and the many projects that are ongoing. So this is an opportunity for many to sort of take advantage of it. If you want to invest, if you're not too sure and you want to sort of find out how you can support, if you want to support other people that are already investing, that's an opportunity, and you'll be able to see it. So we again send you this, we'll be sharing this with you, and hopefully you'll be sharing it with your friends. You will also, again, as I said from the onset, please watch for, and as we try to see if within a week or two, we should have thinkingwithoutborders.org, which is a website that we're putting together and expressing our vision. And again, we wish you well. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you again